loses the lead, and realistically he loses the chance of getting it back again.
We'll be back with more of the Granada Dakar 96 in a moment. As the rally pushed on through stage 7, 227 miles from Zourat to the small town of Atar, the sweeping dunes providing a magnificent backdrop.
Nowhere is more spectacular. Although the Mitsubishi team don't have much time to look at the scenery, Jean-Pierre Fontenay, after his stage win, breaks the suspension on his car. Kenjiro Shinazuka stops to offer a part of his car, because Shinazuka's way down the order now after a problem a few days ago, and Lartigue continues out in front, hounded now by Ari Vatanen, determined to get back 3 places he'd lost with that flat tyre and irremovable rim. The waves of sand, the dunes get higher, the dunes get more beautiful, the sand gets softer. Thierry Magnaldi, Frenchman, on a KTM from Austria, in the top 5 where he normally is in the rally, running fast with Jordi Arcarons of Spain, who crashes coming down the wrong side of a dune. The Spaniard, luckily okay, gets his bike back up again as one of his teammates passes.
And then yesterday, stage 8, the return trip from Atar back to Zourat, 317 miles of spectacular plateaus and wide open desert.
The last day before the rest day, one of the toughest the organisers have put on for the competitors. Over 305 of them to start with in Granada, and already we're down to just half that number by the halfway distance mark in northern Mauritania. Back north again, through the soft sand, the top riders run together. Trolli, Mioni, who wins the stage after crashing so early on. We saw him at the beginning of the program in that ditch, the front forks on his bike. Then he's now back in the running and wins the last stage before the rest day.
Che non andavano via, quindi ho pensato che era l'occasione della mia vita. La prima e l'ultima vittoria e non dovevo farmela sfuggire.
Bruno Sabi again having problems on the way back to Zourat, another part of his suspension broken, and Ari Vatanen seems to be the scapegoat for the Citroën team. A drive shaft breaks on his Citroën ZX Rally Raid. He loses an hour waiting for a replacement part. And even Vatanen admits they're not the best mechanics in the world, but neither are they the most expensive either. Rally winner though, or stage winner, is Hiroshi Matsuoka.
Matsuoka won. He is a product of Mitsubishi, he's a product of Rally Art, and it is his apprentice rally. For the first time he's in a T3 in a prototype, and today was his first day, his first winning.
So Matsuoka wins the final stage before the rest day, but Pierre Lartigue is rally leader. He's won the last 2 years, as I say, and he's favourite to win this year, but anything can happen in the second half of the Granada Dakar, and probably will.
In a moment, we'll catch up on a surprisingly busy rest day.
The rest day in Zourat, the Italian-based Sanyong motor team. For a lot of people, the first shave for a week. Not, of course, for the women. Early rally leader Ari Vatanen, now 4th overall, decides that it's time to turn tutor, go out in a Mauritanian taxi. Not exactly the epitome of safety, no safety belt, no airbag. This old Peugeot probably came down from France and is now living out its life in the dry desert air. The cars here go forever and ever. This car, at least 20 years old. Vatanen giving instructions to Sidi, one of the local Mauritanian taxi drivers. Vatanen, not in his native Finnish or even in his adopted English, but in his third language, French. Vatanen now living in southern France and speaks French with a definite Finnish accent. Whether the Mauritanian can understand what he's saying, who knows? That's all rather immaterial, though, in a car that's not exactly high performance, especially compared with Vatanen's Citroën ZX Rally Raid. It seems difficult to work out who's actually advising who, but I think Vatanen's just got the upper hand and probably the safest seat as well. Now that's one sound that Vatanen hasn't had to put up with in his car over the last few days. He's had everything else go wrong with it. And he's not known as the world's best mechanic. But anyway, this Peugeot's in trouble. Vatanen gets out. And he says the Peugeot never normally breaks down, but they've got the bonnet up. And unlike in the middle of the desert, they have some help to get it push-started.
Once again, here's how they stand at the halfway mark of this year's rally. In the motorcycle division, three-time winner Eddie Orioli of Italy leads Jordi Arcarons and Davide Trolli. In the car division, it is Pierre Lartigue seeking his third straight victory over Philippe Wamberg and Hiroshi Masuoka, with Ari Vatanen, a four-time winner, in fourth. In the truck division, Moskovsky and Kuzamin in their Russian-built Kamaz lead by nearly an hour, and even more remarkably, they lie 13th in the combined car-truck category, while the American Hummers, led by off-road legend Rod Hall, are 25th and 26th. The attrition has hit the bike category heavily, including race leaders Johan Roma, Kari Tianen, and Stefan Peterhansel. American Jimmy Lewis dropped out due to illness before the halfway mark. 46 of 119 motorcycles that started the race are now out, 59 of 176 cars and trucks. Tomorrow, everyone should be well rested and their vehicles well prepared, because it's another marathon stage, 391 miles of